In Chapter 1, we're going to talk about slope and the rate of change. And to start off, we're just going to talk about rise over run. So just going back to a little bit of review to some terms, and I know we've used these a bit over the course of the year, but we're going to calculate ratios and solve for unknown values in proportions. So first of all, a ratio is just a comparison between two numbers in the same units. So for example, if an engine runs on a mixture of gas and oil and needs 15 liters of gas for every 1 liter of oil, you notice they're both liters, liters here, liters here. The ratio of gas to oil is 15 to 1. This can be written as 15 to 1 this way or 15 over 1. This will be the way we're using it the most because it's most useful in proportions. But you'll notice here we had liters and liters, 15 to 1. If we had 15 gallons of gas, it would be 1 gallon of oil. We could have 15 milliliters of gas and 1 milliliter of oil. The ratio is going to be the same for all of them. The units are going to stay the same. A proportion is just a statement of equality between two different ratios. So for example, if an engine twice the size of the one above needs the same mixture of gas and oil, it will need 30 liters of gas for 2 liters of oil. Whoops, that's not a really good underline there. For 2 liters of oil. And the ratio of gas to oil is still the same, and this shows the equality. So 15 over 1 is the same as 30 over 2. So 15 divided by 1, that would be 15. 30 divided by 2 is still 15. This is the same idea as if you go back to grade 9, equivalent fractions. 15 over 1 is the same fraction as 30 over 2. It's the same concept, just thinking of it a slightly different way. So let's look at our first example. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so we have a recipe for vegetarian chili here, and here it is. And what is the ratio of corn to kidney beans? So here's our corn. You have 15 ounces of kernel corn and 30 ounces of kidney beans. So corn is the first one. So we've got 15. You could write it as 15 to 30, or you could write it as 15 to 30. Notice they're both in ounces. In fact, all of them are in ounces, so we all have the same unit. But we have to reduce this because 15 and 30 are both divisible by the same number. In fact, they're both divisible by 15. So 15 divided by 15 is 1, and 30 divided by 15 is 2. Or you could say 15 to 30 is the same as 1 to 2. Again, this is the way we'll be using it the most. This would be an acceptable answer as well for this. Let's just do B over here. What's the ratio of tomatoes to kidney beans? So tomatoes is first, so I look up at tomatoes, 56 to kidney beans. Kidney beans is 30. Or again, I could write 56 to 30. Notice that the number that goes first is the number that goes on top here. Well, let's reduce this. Let's reduce it here first, and then we'll just copy the answer up there. What number are these both divisible by? Well, they're both even, so I know they're both divisible by 2. So let's start with that. So 30 divided by 2 is 15. 56 divided by 2 is 28. And then I look at 28 and 15 and I say, well, are they both divisible by the same number? Well, 28 is 4 times 7, so 2 times 2 times 7, and 15 is 3 times 5. So they don't have any common factors, so that is reduced. Or we could say here it's 28 to 15. So those are the ratios for these two things.